Yeah. GNT Sports Talk right back at it. Episode 133. And you can consider this your Sixers halftime show. Let's get it. Yeah. Welcome back, everyone, one and all. Episode 133. Your captain is in the house, controlling all the ones and twos. And on my left or on your right, Tom the promoter.
Yizzo. What's going on, GNT Sports Talk world, man? We're here for a good episode, man. Like you said, 6 halftime talk. Day up one. Let's get into it, man. Let's get it.
Bird gang in the building.
Hey, yo, what's going on, everybody? Episode 133. Let's get it.
And I know, look, to all of our Sixers fans out there and our Phillies fans, to all of our Sixers fans that's out there right now, I don't know if there's anyone claiming the Phils like I am right now, but to our Sixers fans, it is halftime. Officially, the game is 62-61 against the New York Knicks, game 2. Sixers do have the lead right now, and it only makes sense for us to go ahead and talk about this game so far, if not this game, just this series in general. So, guys, I'm going to go ahead and put the ball in y'all corner. What do you guys think about so far about the Embiid-less Sixers for game 2?
You always do this, Cap. You got to direct that question to Tone and me first.
I'm sorry. Hey, Bird Gang, what do you think about the Embiid-less Sixers?
I mean, no surprise that they would come out with a little bit of energy today without having him. But more importantly, I think they feel the back is against the wall due to the fact that they got blown out in that game 1. It was, a coming out party for New York following up what they did to Atlanta. So, just devastating the way to start off on game 1. But, it's just one game, whether you lose by 2, 1, or 30 or 40, we'll see what they could do.
Yeah, man. You know what? You just gotta right now, man. Right at this point, being up 1 at halftime, game 2. Of course, after the game 1 showing that we had, you just gotta say, like, this team, they fighting, man. Because aside of obviously playing the way they played game 1, Nick Nurse had a death in his family. You know what I mean? Where he had to step away from the team. I know, losing a loved one, man, is tough. So, going through that with, they getting blown out the way they did, I know a lot of that didn't feel good. And then you hear that, one of the players that you have as a focal point in your offense ain't playing game 2. It's like, damn, when is the pain, going to stop? But right now, from what they showing me, just game 2, the Embiid-less, Sixers or whatever, man, it's just the fight, man, that this team is clearly showing, throughout the to say this playoffs, man, because obviously we went through a grueling 7-game, series with Boston, where after game 4, we definitely thought, it was over. So, and then the way he even played in that game that he came back, So, it's fight, man. Fight. This team, Like the way they play game 1, that's not the way, obviously, we want any team that we, root for represented or out there playing. You know what I mean? And that's what it was for me tonight, with these guys coming out, just showing a little bit more effort, man. You know what I mean? I know the Knicks, they the first team in playoff history to win 3 straight games in the playoffs at 25+ points. You know what I mean? When they did that, obviously with last series they was in, and then beating us game 1 with that. Like, all right, like this. So this team's on the road. They a little hot right now, I guess. You know what I mean? You could say, and they out here, taking care of business. But at the same time, we lace them up just like they do. And Like I said, all I want to see is fighting grit. You know what I mean? Heart, which they out there doing this first half, man. Paul George, you know what I mean, is playing, you know what I mean, a decent first half. You know what I mean? Of course. And it's so different. It's so different, you know what I mean? Like when Embiid play, well, Maxey, I'm going to say, you know what I mean, the way he plays when Embiid doesn't play. Like his press conference, that game when Embiid came back, was like, you know, we was just playing in the flow of the game. You know what I'm saying? Clearly we read between the lines and, you know, knowing that you only took 3 shots in that first half because you was playing through Joel Embiid. It can't be that, you know what I mean, with this guy. Like we were saying before, we had a conversation, you know what I mean, before, like, Embiid hasn't played through them now. You know what I mean? Like, the ship sells, you know what I mean, just perfectly well, you know what I mean, when he's not the focal point. Like I said, he could be that extra added piece. You know what I mean? He gotta be the guy. Don't slow it down for us. We shouldn't have to slow it down for you, man. That's not the DNA, I think, of this team anymore. You know what I mean? With the way BJ has came onto the scene and of course the pace that Maxey plays at. Like we're not a slow team, man. We gotta get out and run. You know what I mean? And Kelly Oubre, you know what I mean? He can run the floor, you know what I mean? So that's somebody decent to have. And Bona can run the floor. You know what I mean? That's somebody decent to have, man. And, you know, of course, you know, Morey, you know what I mean, had to trade some things away. And I mean, he gave people deals of money that they may have shouldn't have had. But, you know what I mean? If it was a way they could move, you know what I mean, 21, man. And I ain't saying it, you know what I mean? Like, of course, we won't beat a dead horse. We've been saying this for a long time. But it's just like, it's just time to move on, man, and just have something else different, you know what I mean, on this team without having to worry about, you know, these kind of things. You know, Joe sent the text like, you know, beat out. And it's just like, damn, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, what do you expect, man? Like I said before, man, I really don't think it matters. This dude can play 15 games in a regular season. It just don't matter. Like, this dude is just subject to injury. You know, anytime you really get out there and play, man, it's like it's old news, man. Like, we definitely need to get away from that, man. I don't know if he needs to just medically retire. You know what I mean? Even for his own sake. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, bro, do you want to keep going through this? Can you really can't even stay healthy enough to, you know what I mean? Like it's just crazy, man. This is crazy.
Just so you know, Mark think you look like J. Cole. Just so you know. Said J. Cole and the gray hoodie. You know? Double Gager and the gray hoodie. Hey, there you go. Just so you know, Tone the Promoter, aka J. Cole 2, will be dropping his album next week on Tuesday. So, you know, go ahead and copy.
He must be sipping on what I'm sipping on. J. Cole, nah, brother. You gotta fix that. Change the lenses. I don't know what you're looking through. J. Cole. Nah.
But the one thing that's definitely not blind is my man Maxey right now, because Maxey, like you said, without Embiid in the game, Maxey right now in halftime has 19 points. He's taking over the way that he should when Embiid is in the game. So I definitely agree. There you go, Mark. Appreciate you being with us on the show and participating. Keep on talking, man. It's cool. But you know, we need this type of effort from Maxey. And at the end of the second quarter, we saw what VJ was able to go ahead and bring, which is one, energy and heart, which is definitely something that we need. But in the midst of all of that, Joel, I'll go ahead and put the ball back in your corner. What do you think, or who do you believe is key for the Sixers to win this game as well as the series?
I mean, obviously, it's Maxey. I mean, the game one, he didn't even take any shots in that first quarter. You know what I mean? He was trying to run that offense through Embiid. Paul George actually was the only one that I feel as though played well in game one. But definitely, man, it's Maxey just, getting things started just with the speed, pushing the ball, to the cup. Like that's what needs to happen. Then after that, then you got Paul George already starting to do what he did on game one. He had a decent series against Boston, but I think he's off to a great start in this series. And then VJ, man, just getting athletic, and then Like Embiid, if he comes back, he comes back. But they just need to figure out, if they pull off the victory today, look at that and see, they game plan for game 3 when they come here to Philly.
Ty said, Tone looks nothing like J. Cole. That's Tobias Harris.
I've never heard. That's what I'm saying. I've never heard that.
I would have like you said, that one lady thought you was Embiid.
Right.
I would say that before.
That's the crazy.
That's close. If he grows out the beard, I could see it a little bit. You got the Embiid hair, but he don't have the
No, Embiid draw a little nappy out there, Joe.
You got to do a little twisty.
I don't know, you know what I mean? I got a little spring.
I don't think you want to look like him. You're going to be in the ER all the time and shit. Urgent care.
And I'm not. So, yeah, no, definitely not. But, yeah, like, at least Embiid, right? Like, along those lines, you know what I'm saying?
And the one thing I do want to talk about that Tone just brought up was that Jared McCain trade, man, how if we would have just had an extra piece as well, another shooter coming off the bench, that would have been solid. But definitely losing him for basically nothing at the trade deadline. Now it really is coming into play.
Who you said McCain?
The McCain trade, yeah.
No, not only that we traded him for nothing, the person that they even got him for, they released him.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you see what he's doing in OKC and stuff. Like right now in the playoffs, it's like we could have used that because I think Grimes had the one good game in Boston. He was off to an okay start today, considering his role. But he would have been that first player off the bench, coming in and trying to knock down some shots, especially like in game 1 of this series where we were down so much. You never know, just throwing somebody in there. Hits 4 or 5 threes. Next thing you know, at least is within reach. But that game got out of control by the third quarter. It was a wrap.
Especially with a hobbled Embiid in game 1. I mean, the way that he was playing, you needed more shooters out there. And the way that they were just pretty much like ganging up, if that was a pause moment, I'd take that. The way they was ganging up on Embiid, doubling and tripling them down every time he had the ball down the box. I mean, if you have shooters like McCain out there, you're not going to go ahead and send a triple, over to Embiid in the box, knowing that you got a sniper out there. And we've been looking for snipers for this Sixers team for how long? I mean, thank goodness we have Maxey, which turned himself into a sniper. But, I mean, we've been looking for snipers for years, and then we finally get one. They trade one out. So, anyway, we just got to hope that, players like Grimes, Edwards, for example, when they come into the game, they have some kind of fire and consistency that they need. And that was a pause moment. I know, Tone. I saw your face. But when they go into the game, they'll have, the type of fire that they need in order for them to go ahead and really, be effective like a McCain. You would think one of them would have stepped up, but whoa. Jared is not a sniper.
He can shoot the rock.
Listen, all I'm saying with McCain, that's Larry saying he's a sniper. All I'm saying is he definitely could have helped this team. He definitely could have helped this team right now in the playoffs. No one can deny that, especially for what we got for him. Like, it was nothing.
Wasn't a better shooter for sure. It wasn't a better shooter, but yeah, man, the most important person, obviously, on
really
the Sixers right now, without it is Paul George. You know what I'm saying? It got to be Paul George because he's a veteran. He's been there before. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I don't want to keep on saying how much he made and this, that, and the third, but it's just just him showing that leadership and being that vet and helping these young guys that's never been in this situation. Help them through this. He should know what it is, obviously, to overcome injuries. He's been through. Some devastating, injuries in his career, man, that he bounced back from. And he showed some flashes, man, that first round, he was playing defense and as far as, some offensive possessions that he was out there doing. So, Paul just got to be, he got to be aggressive. He got to be that guy, man, and then him being aggressive and Maxey doing what he does, you know what I mean, night in and night out. VJ Edgecombe is definitely going to feed off of that. Like I said, he's going to be the best. He got to be the best one-on-one player, you know what I mean, for the Sixers, you know what I mean? And I don't mean being the best player, like best one-on-one player, because that's the defense he's going to see, you know what I mean, out there on that floor. Like anytime you swing the ball to VJ, they ain't sending doubles to him. So if he can win the one-on-one matchups, you know what I mean, that may even could prevent, you know, some double teams to start, you know, coming his way, which is going to open up for the rest of the guys on the floor. So, you know what I mean? Like I said, it starts with PG, you know what I mean? Maxey doing what he do, and then it has to transition with that third piece being VJ.
All right, Bird Gang, I know you have a question for the panel. What's the question, bro?
So the question I got for the panel, considering that we've been through the process and processes and been through the food processor already, like how many damn times, given the situation that we've tried this with different stars. So we had the first go with Tobias Harris, then we had the Harden situation, and then now we have the PG-13 situation. So do you guys think this is the better of those three options, with either Harden on the team, Tobias, and then obviously replacing PG on with the current team that we have constructed now? What you guys think about, you know, are we in a better situation or position with PG?
I'll go ahead and answer this question first. In my opinion, right now, I would say yes, at least so far for what we see. Because so far, and I don't know what happened, because all of a sudden Tobias, you know, became like I'm an all-star. I'm an all-star. No, he became like an all-star like player for Detroit the last game, you know, in that playoff game. But other than that, he really didn't show too much. He's, you know, like a third, fourth, maybe a fifth option for the Sixers when he was here, when he was paid like he was a second. We already know the other story. If there was any, you know, rhyme or reason of a choice being better than Paul George, it would have been if we would have kept Jimmy Butler. Then it would have been like, all right, out of all those choices, Jimmy probably would have been a better option and probably would have did a whole lot better for the Sixers. But other than that, no, even though we got like a small snippet of Paul George, I think so far he's better out of all those. But go ahead, Tom. What do you think?
I mean, actually, that's what I was going to say. You know what I mean? Out of the three, you know what I mean? Of course, yeah, I'm gonna say that Paul George is the better option. You know what I mean? That I would say would fit this team. You know what I mean? If he came to do what he, you know, normally did. But I was going to go back to, you know what I mean, Tobias Harris over me. You know what I mean? Like, right. that was what when Joel asked that question, that's what populated in my mind. Like, we shouldn't even have been in this you know, kind of spiral if we would have just kept JB. You know what I mean? Not saying we would have won the championship, but I just think that this team would have groomed, you know what I mean, as one. And I think really, you know what I mean, did something. Now, who knows what Jimmy Butler, you know what I mean, is capable of, because he is a wild card. But, you know what I mean, I just think that they had a decent chemistry, man, I believe, man. And I think that JB pushed Embiid, you know what I mean, to be better, you know what I mean, to be better, man. If he could still had him as a player, you know what I mean, teammate, coach, you know what I mean, type guy, he might be, you know, different, you know what I mean, right now. You know, and I didn't even talk about so much with injuries, but just mentally. I don't think Embiid ever grown to be no leader, no real captain of a team. You know what I mean? I don't really see him handling these guys like Pauls, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean, as that leader does, man. You know what I mean? Like, you would never see, you know what I mean, like a playoff team, just a team that, like, let's just say, you know what I mean, who LeBron James lead, and it's just like LeBron James on the team. Like he's just on the team. Like he don't say nothing to these guys. You don't see him calling out people, you know what I mean, scolding people out, you know what I mean, things like that. But, you know, he really can't do that because he play lazy sometimes. He do, you know, stupid things. He's not a perfectionist, or he doesn't make minimal mistakes, you know what I mean, on the floor to then, you know, be that guy that come at other guys that may mess up because they probably like, you do the same thing. That's why Cully Oubre came at him the way, he did that one time they had that little heated exchange, you know what I mean, like on the sideline. So, yeah, man, the JB, man, JB is pretty much the answer for me with that, man. That if we'd have kept him, maybe we might have been better off with that.
I think part of the reason why they decided to go in a different direction, because just like you just mentioned, Jimmy Butler being a real wild card, there's a lot of things that he wouldn't have tolerated, and he would have been vocal about it. He would have wore his heart on his sleeve, and he would have been like, "Oh no, we not doing this." But can you imagine VJ Maxey with Jimmy Butler? Oh man.
But I don't know. We got the VJ we got that pick from a trade, or that was because of how we finished.
Because how we finished.
Yeah,
it was almost went to OKC if it would have dropped out of the top 5.
Right, but the thing with that is they might have not been there record wise if everything aligned up for course. Right. But what I want to do, Twan made a good point right there.
Mm-hmm.
Ben Simmons, yeah, they wanted to cater to Ben Simmons as well. You know what I mean? And they knew if Ben Simmons didn't have the ball in his hands, that he was no use to a team. You know what I mean? And I guess because he was young, you know what I mean, they thought he was going to be around for a while and be this phenom and this generational talent. That wound up falling flat on their face. With this boy out right now catching sea bass, you know what I'm saying, taking pictures on boats and all that. Like, hey, come on, man. Like, yeah, that dude, he cursed us too, man. Ben Simmons cursed us too.
Good old Ben Simmons. And you're right. I mean, the team definitely wanted to, if it makes any sense. And look, as a franchise, I get it. I mean, he was your number 1 overall pick. If there's anyone that was going to go ahead and, have leeway for, it would be your number 1 overall. So I get it, but you're right. I mean, if you remember that year when the Sixers had Jimmy, like, it wasn't just like the team did well with Jimmy, you know what I mean, played well and had it was starting to get like that type of attitude of Jimmy. The staff loved him too. It was a whole organization type of like love fest for Jimmy Butler, except for Ben Simmons. And I believe it had everything to do with Ben Simmons, just like Twan said. It had everything to do with Ben Simmons, because if Ben Simmons would have relinquished some of the power that he had on the team, for example, Tobias wouldn't have been here, because it would have been Jimmy. Jimmy would have signed, and Tobias would not have signed, because it was either one or the other. It was almost like, well,
English, man, if he would have just took a damn jump shot, man. Like, dog, you couldn't do nothing else. It wasn't even so much relinquish anything, man. He just didn't want to fucking shoot the basketball. Like, that was it. That was it, yo. That was all Ben Simmons needed to do, yo. I don't know why no mental coach, no shooting coach, no life coach. I don't know why nobody could really like get that through to that guy. That's all he needed to do in his NBA game. That was it.
Maybe he needed to pretend like it was the off season the whole entire year, because how many clips we saw during the summer league where he was
I hate them videos. What is that? Is that his twin brother? I don't think that's him. I think that's AI. That's AI.
I saw him knock damn near 9-10 threes pre-game. Me and my homie Angel were at the game, and I'm looking at, we counting them 1, 2, 3, all net too. I just think it was one of them things where in game and someone's, playing defense on you, you just tense up and everything just look horrible. But during pre-games, we sitting there, I'm like, who the hell is that? No way. He's just knocking it down. I'm like, yeah, what the hell?
That was a stunt double, man. Like, I don't believe that was really.
I'm trying to tell you, man. We were sitting there looking at it like, yo, this is crazy. Like, I can't believe it.
I believe it. Of course, we have, out of all the franchises in the NBA, 32 teams, the Sixers are the only one that have top 3 picks, 2 of them that have mental blocks and forget how to shoot or don't want to shoot because he's scared of the results. Only the Sixers will have that. Now, I'm so happy to say that it feels as though they got it right when it comes to VJ, because VJ is the reason why we got the lead still in the game right now. VJ and Paul George. But clearly, VJ is not Fultz and VJ is not Ben Simmons. Clearly.
Right.
And
luckily, Ace Bailey did his thing, because that was a whole, he wasn't playing until, he started making things, saying things that he didn't want to come here, or, that he preferred going somewhere else. So, I don't know, man. Maybe we got lucky, honestly, because I think we was, leaning towards a different direction before the draft until that happened.
Yeah, I think they were leaning to Ace Bailey, knowing that he'd be there for them. But like I said, we gotta give him his props, for marketing where he wanted to go. You know what I'm saying? Really trying to get his lane into the NBA. Hey man, shouts out to you, kid. Powers to you, you know what I'm saying? Blessings on your career. But like I said, I think we got this right, man. Knowing VJ was like that guy that, a guy that needed to be behind Paul's Tyrese Maxey. You know what I mean? Like the ferociousness that he brings, to the court, man. Like you need that. You need that out there, man. He a guard. He don't care, man. He gonna challenge the big man. You know what I mean? He gonna take advantage of a guard that's either his height or definitely smaller. And he just got that dog in him, man. You know what I mean? You can see it. You can see it. He's going through. He's going through this rookie, season very well. You know what I mean? And he's a rookie and went through a Game 7 the first time he's in the playoffs. You know what I mean? I think that's something that's really going, stick with him. You know what I mean? That knowing what it had to take, how grueling it was, and, you know what I mean, and everything else that's going, come along with that, man. Now he's in a tough series, right here. You know what I mean? Where Game 1, you got your face slapped off. You know what I mean? Then, one of your core players is not going to play Game 2, so it's just like, how's Game 2 going to go? And you know what I mean? But it's just like I said, man. Once again, we lace them up. They lace them up just like we do. So once the ball go up in the air, you know what I mean? When it's 12 minutes first quarter, it's anybody's game. And like I said, man, these young boys is hooping, man. They hooping, yo. They hooping with after, like I said, a game where they got Kareem, Pauls. The coach go through some crazy, things, loss of the family. And like I said, then you get that, one of your core guys not going to play. So everybody's mind frame is probably like, God, Lee, you know what I'm saying? We got to go into this game 2 with heavy hearts and, thinking about obviously everything what people saying, the series over, you know what I mean? People going to get swept and, all that crazy thing. So you're dealing with a lot of things, and this is the second round of the playoffs, man. But, hats off to them, for playing the way they playing, man. And I just hope they just keep it up. Like I said, fight, man. Just be in this game. You never know what can happen at the end of the ball game. A call could go our way, a shot could go our way. You know what I'm saying? And we right there. So just continue to play hard, man. Pause.
Now, just Taya went ahead and said this. I have to agree, and I think Twan has to do with this, or maybe not. It had to do with Joel's question. Sorry for the trigger word, setting you off when it comes to Ben Simmons. As soon as start talking about the processes and stuff, all of a sudden, boom, Tone go crazy because of Ben Simmons. Your favorite Sixer of all time.
He cooked this team, man. He cooked us. He was a wolf. He was sheep in wolf clothes. Get out of here, man. Like, whoa, he cooked us, man.
Yeah, he definitely did. Him and Fultz in their own way. Now, I don't know if y'all guys are just as mad at Fultz as I was with all that because of mental block and blah, blah, blah. He's not in the league either. But you know what? I was sitting here thinking like the last number of drafts, right? So obviously McCain is not here. And we kind of wish that he was still in the squad. But do you remember who, well, let's say I know as a fan who I wanted the Sixers to go after instead of McCain? It was Mr. Connect 4 over at the Lakers that played 3 minutes this last game and put up no points. I think either or, like we would have been screwed in some kind of way as a Sixers fan, as a fandom, if we would have had Dalton Connect and he don't put up no kind of stats at all. I mean, not even minutes. 3 minutes really in that last game that he put up. Can you imagine? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What I was gonna say about that, you bringing that up. I'll say this, man. Just like I said, an avid college basketball, watcher and myself, man. Like it's crazy to me, or I guess it's kind of bizarre that like you'll see these guys playing in college, seeing what they're doing in college and the potential and it's just playing basketball. You know what I mean? It's playing basketball, seeing what their attributes are, their tangibles, things that they're good at. And then you look at it and you assess it yourself, like, yo, this dude gonna really be a problem in the NBA. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you only get better. You know what I mean? Especially being in the NBA, more film, more coaching. You know what I mean? And this is a craft in your job, so you expect it to really last a long time. Playing basketball. So, I felt the same way about Dalton Connect. I'm like, yo, this dude. In Tennessee, he was going crazy, man, going bonkers, killing college, man. You know what I mean? Nobody had an answer for dude. You know what I mean? I'm like 6'6", you know what I mean? He can shoot a little bit, semi-athletic, could put the ball on the floor. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, he'd be a good pick if he was there. You know what I mean? But then, you also got to think about situations, man. He just might not be in a good situation down there.
I agree.
Man. You know what I mean? He might be just behind, a few guys that, that is going to get the light, shine on them, before him. And that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, I think, in the NBA, man. Given maybe he was here with the Sixers, maybe it'd be different for him. You know what I mean? Maybe it'd be different for him because, now that we got obviously Paul George, I was going to say, well, you're not them ball handling threes. Well, it's not a lot of them. On the Sixers, or I'm going to say, not many on the team that he could probably, not play over. So, yeah, he's in a tough situation down there, like in LA, man. He will call out his stats for how much he may have not even played 3 minutes if the game wasn't going the way it did. You know what I mean?
Facts.
OKC won handily, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, that McCain, trade really cost us a little bit at this point.
All right. Well, right now to the ones that's watching, the Sixers losing 1 point right now, 81-82, unless something just happened just now in the current play. So in other words, no 40-point blowout like the last game. They're actually playing with heart. They're playing with tenacity, which is a really good word to use. And they're just not quitting. So if anything, I'm proud of the Sixers team, because once again, they showed that just because of a bad game in game one, they can go ahead and, rebound well. No pun intended. They can rebound. Look at this dude, man.
Yeah, no, that's a great way to, we put it, because we need to definitely, clean up the rebounds as well too, man. Like this team, like we'll play, hard, scrappy defense. Get them to, shoot up a shot that's contested, and they miss, and then they just grab it off the rebound.
Yes.
Now we scrambling. Now we, they kicking it, they swinging it, and then they might get another open, jump shot. They can even miss that when they get the rebound. I'm like, come on, man. Like, yo, why can't we get rebounds out this young man? That is definitely, some things that killed us, making some games close or even blowouts, man. Like rebounding stinks, man. They just gotta get better with that. And I think they be all right. If they can rebound a basketball, they be all right.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, speaking of rebounds, let's go ahead and switch up the conversation just so we can go ahead and finish up on this podcast. So all of us as Sixers fans or Philadelphia fans can continue to watch this game because we pretty much wanted to go the third quarter talking until we can go ahead and finish up and watch the fourth quarter, as a crew. Uh-oh. Mr. Sean, you upset, brother? They looking sloppy right now. Except for VJ. VJ. Okay. Oh, he just shot a 3. He just made a 3. All right. And there you go, Sean. Appreciate you as always, man. Thank you for being part of the show as always, man. Appreciate you, bro. The one thing, because everything was going on, NBA playoffs, autism awareness, a whole bunch of stuff was going on. So we really didn't get a chance to actually talk about this, but I think we need to at least, expound on it just a little bit. The NFL draft just passed. And we finally have these teams have their rookies actually show up, at their the rookie, the rookie. Wow, my brain's not working. Anyway, they went to practice together as a team, as all the rookies, and all the teams went ahead and had that already. But since the draft is over, I guess let's talk about what teams that y'all believe that actually won or gotten better when it comes to the draft. I'll go ahead and throw this right over to Tone first. Tone, what do you think? What team that you think that actually gotten better after the draft?
You know what? I don't know because you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. Maybe it was the NBA NBA playoffs. You know what I mean? Or just other things going on. I ain't really tapped into the draft.
No.
That heavy, like, you know what I mean? I ain't do my homework. I ain't, you know what I mean, see who got better. Of course, I've seen, you know what I mean, the picks and, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't even watch it. You know what I mean? I didn't even watch it. So, of course, you hear the, I heard the whispers of the boy who, got drafted to the Cowboys, you know what I mean? How, good of a player he is. Could have been one of the best in the draft, this and that, could play for all 30 teams, this and that, and third. People trading, the little debacle that the Cowboys actually did, you know what I mean, when they, backdoor pause Pittsburgh, you know what I mean, with the pick actually given to y'all, you know what I mean? So, of course I'm follow these guys and see what they're doing for their respective teams, you know what I mean, once the season starts. One thing I see that the running back from Notre Dame that got drafted with Arizona is getting a guaranteed $50 million, you know what I mean, like right off the bat. Definitely seen that, or, have some things, you know what I mean, with that. But, like I said, I'll tap in with the Rooks and all of what they, got going on once the season starts.
Well, as Ty said, the reason why you probably didn't watch the draft is because you don't even have a team right now.
That's maybe a possibility. Yeah, right. It might be a possibility. Like, I said I ain't have a need to run to the TV. You know what I mean? Seeing what was up. I knew I was gonna see it just how tapped in I am on social media, stuff like that. So. That was no brainer that I was gonna know what was going on. But yeah, I ain't really do much, y'all. So the floor is yours, Cam. I know this is your time of the year, bro. You be like, I think you like a young, Larry Schefter. Like you be this boy be doing, you know what I'm saying? Like who failed the drug test, you know what I'm saying? And all this stuff. Like, all that, bro. But so you enlighten me, bro. Who had the best draft?
Okay, so hold on. So Tone, you know this already. Bird Gang, I know you know this as well. My favorite time of I guess of any time during the football season, besides like actually watching like NFL playoff, is the off season, because I love the process of the free agency. You know, I'm the one that stays on Twitter, aka X, just constantly just watching Adams, Schefter, see like who got like, oh, so and so is traveling, so and so. You know what I mean? Like I love that stuff, and as well as trying to keep up with all these these prospects, these drafts. Like who's going to go where, how, and why when it comes to the draft. Yeah, it's my favorite time of the year, all that stuff, because like other people say, like when the season starts, everybody has a chance. Like everybody thinks that they have a team that can actually win it all. But to see how my GM, Mr. Howie Roseman, actually do his thing by making this team as good as he possibly can make it be, it's a sight. It's a sight to see. But besides my Eagles, now I'm pretty sure that Bird Gang is going to go ahead and tap into that topic. There's a couple teams I believe that actually did well. I actually believe that the whole entire NFC East gotten better. Every team in the NFC East gotten better. Really big fan of all the a lot of picks from New York. I actually think besides the Eagles, I actually think that the Giants actually had, if not the best draft, they had one of the best drafts in this year's draft. They filled in a whole lot of holes that they had when it comes to certain positions. A lot of backup players. They did well. So I would say the Giants did extremely well. The Raiders, surprisingly, actually did pretty well. It all depends on what happens when it comes to the number one overall pick. Of course, the quarterback, we'll see what happens. But I like him as a player, and I also like him as a leader. So I think, if the team goes with him and allow him to be that leader, I think he will do well. But I'll go ahead and shut up. Bird Gang is on you, bro.
Now, I was going to say the New York Giants as well, but I mean, more importantly, like, you talk about, teams taking the opportunity to get better. The one head scratching pick was obviously the Rams taking a quarterback,
Yes.
so high. I feel as though they should have actually been able to trade back and possibly still gain a couple more assets and stuff like that and still get that quarterback. Because I don't think there was really any teams there like interested in taking Simpson where they took him at. So, there was actually, talks that they were thinking of taking Lemon there, which we ended up getting by that trade with Dallas and stuff like that. So that was the head scratcher for me. And then the Giants, man, I mean, you can't deny what they did with, Arizona taking Love on 3. The defensive guy just fell to their left. You know what I mean? So they end up locking up the defensive line and then also grabbing the O lineman. I mean, they did very well. And just like you said, NFC did a tremendous had a tremendous draft overall, and all the teams got better for sure, with Downs going to the Cowboys as well.
Yeah. Another team that I don't like actually getting better is the Tampa Bay Bucks. For the rest of my life, I'm probably going to hate the Bucks for the absolute rest of my life. And when they got that Bull Bane, did you see? Tone, you may not have actually seen this. All right, so and don't worry about it, Sean. I'm gonna go ahead and bring this question right back up so Tone can answer it. But so everybody they got picked in the first round, especially there in the studio. They walk up, they grab the hat, they put it on the front of the mirror, make sure the hat is on there right. You know what I mean? Kind of clean themselves off a little bit, have a little face and do something, and then they walk off on stage, right? The Bull Bane, He didn't even look at the mirror. He didn't do anything. He walked past the podium where the hat was on, just grabbed the hat and just kept walking. Like, yo, he all serious, man. Like, he's real deal serious. So it's like, they got themselves an absolute monster. But yeah, I would say Tampa Bay actually had a pretty decent draft as well. So go ahead, Tone. Here's the question. Said Cap, ask, I'm sure it says him. Ask him, what do you think about the Cowgirls draft?
I'm gonna say I think it was good. I think it was good because it's a lot of buzz and a lot of things. Obviously, like I said, I'm tapping into social media, tapping into the sports world, and you hear things and they are raving about the boy Christian Parker, man. Like just a lot of people, they dig his system. They want to play for him. They said he brings the best out of his guys. And one thing that we could definitely say, was an issue for the Dallas Cowboys with their defense. Offense, you didn't have to really worry about that. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna put up some numbers, they're gonna score the football. You know what I mean? But they couldn't stop nobody. You know what I mean? They just couldn't stop nobody. You know what I mean? So to address, a lot of their issues, on defense, and then bringing in a different defensive, scheme. I think I heard that 11 coaches or 10 or 11 coaches on that defensive staff is all different. You know what I mean? So it's going to be a different look down there. You know what I mean? And shit, they had no other choice, to make than to just go in a different direction and see what else you got. You know what I mean? So, given that their first two picks were defensive guys, I think it should go solid for them.
First three picks.
And that's what they focused on. So yeah, it's a good draft.
Just so you know,
the one thing that
whatever.
The one thing that Dallas did do thorough, they let Deuce Vaughn make the phone call to draft his son. That was pretty cool for him to do that. So shout out to them for that. But other than that, you know what it is.
Right.
You know what it is.
Just let's say, Sean said that Tone, you sound like Donald Trump politicking. So
he wanted my answer. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm supposed to say? You know what I'm saying? Don't ask me the question if I'm gonna sound like I'm gonna sound like what you don't want to hear. You know what I'm saying? Don't ask me the question.
Yo, if he had a way of just like, as she was talking, to just like cut in, is like, boo, shut up, whatever. I think that's exactly what you wanted to do. So, but nonetheless, I would be remiss to not talk about my Eagles at least and what they did in this draft. I'll make this quick because I don't want it to just be an Eagles love fest, which will irritate the mess out of Tone. Because Tone may not be a Cowboys fan right now in representation, but his heart still can't stand green during the football season. So because of that, I'll make this quick. What the Philadelphia Eagles did in this last draft, by one, addressing a need when it comes to what's out there rumor-wise when it comes to A.J. Brown. Let's not get into it. We already know pretty much that A.J. Brown is gone. But with this move having Lemon actually come into the team, pause, and he don't have to be a number one. He don't have to be a number two. He have to be a number three. And with this offense, he's going to succeed because in college, all he did was catch passes in the middle of the field. And Marion's offense, that's what it's predicated on when it comes to just being in the slot and when it comes to the tight end. So we want to see exactly what happens there. Why are you laughing, Joel?
I'm patiently being optimistic and waiting to see. When have we seen Hurts throw in the middle of the field? I mean, trust me, I want to be optimistic like you, but
I'm going to
He
be.
has yet to throw in the middle of the field. Hopefully, they can figure it out, or he can unlock, Hurts and getting thrown in the middle of the field, because we got all undersized receivers, and we're gonna see what happens. But I mean, I'm still not there yet.
You're
Not
not there
yet.
yet? Okay.
Not yet.
So you're not there.
I hope so. Hopefully they play during preseason, because for whatever reason they never want to play during preseason.
True.
So hopefully they get some reps in with the new OC, especially with the new offense. Being it looks like it's going to go to a time. It has to be a timely, play where they cutting in the middle and throwing the ball and stuff like that. So I would love to be optimistic like you are right now, but I have yet to see it since he's been here. There's always been, something to the left, right, or vertical over the field. Nothing like the offense is supposed to look like. So we'll see.
Absolutely. Fourth quarter started. Game is already going. We're about to get ready to shut this thing down officially so we can go ahead and enjoy the rest of this fourth quarter. We've been on here for 51 minutes for episode 133. For everyone that's watching on IG, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all so much. To all of our people that's on YouTube, if it wasn't for y'all, man, this thing would be boring. So we appreciate y'all. The Shawns, the Marks, Taya over in the corner, always giving comments. And I know we got a couple other people that's not commenting, but they're watching. So we appreciate y'all guys as well. But let's get ready to shut this thing down. And the good thing is, too, guys, Tone's here, so I don't have to try to pretend to be him. And actually,
Hey, yo. First off, hey, yo. I would want you to at least watch a few more outros, you know what I'm saying? Like mine. You know what I'm saying? All right, Sean. Like if you were trying to, imitate the kid, that was horrible.
I know. I know.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? No more free fun. You know what I'm saying? That's me down there giving you a smile. You know what I'm saying? Me and Ken Jones. Yeah, ha ha ha. Laugh, snap, snap, snap. Yeah. Y'all know what it is. See the link in the bio. Yeah, tap that. I was like, yo. It's not sex line tone out there, Sean.
Now hold on. Now don't try to switch it all up. Now that you're here, you go about to go ahead and give your tagline. Yeah. All right. Don't switch nothing up. I want the same tone as always, and watch it be close. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So here we go. Tone the promoter. What you got for the people?
Yeah. You know what I mean? Thank y'all for tuning this. I know. Hey, yo, man, I thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of GNT Sports Talk, man. You know what I mean? We had some Sixer talk. You know what I mean? We talked about the NFL draft, but once again, man, we thank y'all for tuning in, man. Every Wednesday between 8:15 and 8:30, you know what I'm saying? We're going to get on there and talk some stuff, man. We need the continued support. We want y'all to shop at the GNT pop-up shop. So please do that. Support the autism thing. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all know where those proceeds go, man. We just thank y'all, you know what I mean, for being here each and every week, you know what I mean, and supporting us. And, we need y'all to just keep telling that friend to tell a friend to tell another friend, you know what I'm saying? And, you know what I mean, sky's the limit for GNT Sports Talk. Once again, every Wednesday, 8:15, tap in, y'all. Let's get it. But just like Cap said, I have to do my thing. Y'all know who I am. Y'all see the name. Y'all know where to find me at. Tone the promoter on IG. And what do? I run a show called Laugh the Pain Away, where we have a show on May 30th, which is on a Saturday, the last Saturday of the month. So tap in, follow me, hit that ticket link. We got tickets to the show. We're going to have the hilarious Southside Jew, the viral sensation. You know what I mean? Pop out, you know what I mean? Support me on that one, man. We got the poetically talented, you know what I mean, homeboy Matt Capone, you know what I mean? That's going to be dropping them gems on the poetic side of things. Then we even have another little special bonus comedian. It's a female named Ray Diva. So come check us out, man. Laugh the pain away. Tony Promoter on IG. May 30th is the next show. I need y'all there. I need to see y'all there. Like I said, ain't no more free wine. Y'all had to talk to the World Stage Live people about that at the bar. You know what I'm saying? But then get you situated. Laugh the pain away. May 30th. Tap in. Follow me, Tony Promoter. Let's get it.
Thank you guys for tuning in on another episode. And Tone did switch it up, Larry. You could get right at him. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in on another episode. Just like Tone said, please make sure you tap into the GNT pop-up shop. We just dropped about 5 or 6 different new items on there. Like Tone said as well, autism awareness, 10% of the proceeds from anything that's autism related will obviously get donated to a nonprofit organization of our choice. So support. Other than that, Bird Gang checking out. Thank you.
Yeah, so it's the pop-up shop, right? It's up in the corner, like right where I'm at, right? You may not get no free wine, but you'll get a nice shirt. Oh my goodness. All right. To my peoples on IG, once again, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all so much. My YouTube family. Love y'all guys, man. Love y'all guys so much. We thank y'all guys for all y'all support. Just like Tone said, hey, tell a friend to be with another friend, to go ahead and tell that friend to go ahead and be with the friends. So we can go ahead and make this thing what we really want it to be. Look, just so you know, me and Bird Gang right now, with the help of Tone, is working on something kind of major for this upcoming football season, just so y'all know. All right. I cannot wait to reveal what I'm positive to say that we're going to reveal to y'all guys. So just hold on tight when it comes to the future of us getting together. As someone said, I believe his first lady said, yeah, we're going to be outside again. Yeah, we outside. And I can't wait to actually give y'all guys that information. So until then, if there's nothing else to say, go Sixers, go Phils, go Flyers, go Flyers. Never talk about them, but we room for them anyway. God bless you all. GNT Sports Talk. We are out. Peace.